We all know that the Marines have 7 admirals, but one of them is a non-canon character, Zephyr, so I didn't include him in the ranking. But before we start, do you know what admirals are? And what is their role in the One Piece world? The admirals are the strongest Marines with powerful devil fruit power and are good at using haki. They also have the ability to face the powerful pirates in the New World. And also the Marines were formed because the world government could no longer stop the pirates from seeking power. And because of this the One Piece world was no longer balanced, so the world government put Marines led by admirals. They are the one reason why power remained balanced between the world government and Yonkos in the One Piece world. These are the top 6 strongest admirals from weakest to strongest, so let's get started. Number 6, Admiral Greenbull. Admiral Greenbull was one of the 2 chosen to replace Admiral Kazurou and Admiral Akainu. Because Admiral Akainu was promoted to a fleet admiral and Admiral Kazurou resigned because he didn't want to be commanded by Admiral Akainu. His ability was first shown when he attacked and defeated King and Queen, but we know that the 2 are weak because they fought Zoro and Sanji, so they did not fight well. Admiral Greenbull has a devil fruit power called Mido. Mido no Mi is a Lodger devil fruit type that gives Admiral Greenbull the ability to become a tree person. And has the power to absorb nutrients from the body of his opponents. Similar to what he did to Shinobu and Queen, who lost weight after his devil fruit sucked the nutrients from their bodies. His devil fruit power also has the ability to grow plants or trees in the environment. So far it has not been confirmed if he has haki, but he is an admiral, so he can use at least armament and observation haki. We last heard the name of Admiral Greenbull when he and Admiral Fujitora confronted Sabo in Marajua. Admiral Greenbull's strongest attack is called Groves of Wrath, which has the ability to make a large wooden fist that can pummel his opponents. Number 5, Admiral Fujitora. Admiral Fujitora was the first chosen to replace Kazurou and Akainu. We first saw Fujitora in Dressrosa Island where we saw his power, but he can't see it because he is blind. He also has very strong devil fruit and haki. Admiral Fujitora's devil fruit power is called Zushi Zushi no Mi, a Paramesha type devil fruit that has the ability to control gravity around himself. His devil fruit also has the ability to gather a very strong gravity around him and he will release it on his opponents. We saw this when they fought with Trafalgar Water D-Law. And lastly, his devil fruit also has the ability to make a big meteor fall that can destroy an island. He also has a very strong observation haki that he can feel the surroundings, similar to what happened in the Dressrosa arc. Apart from observation, he also has armament, but Admiral Fujitora does not possess the Conqueror's haki. And apart from his very powerful devil fruit and observation haki, he is also one of the best swordsmen in the One Piece world. His sword is called Shikomazu. Fujitora's strongest attack is called Gravito, which gives him the ability to manipulate the gravitational force by channeling his devil fruit abilities through his sword by swinging his sword. And among all the admirals, he is the only unique admiral that is admired by the many fans of One Piece because of his attitude. Number 4, Admiral Kazurou. Admiral Kazurou was the only one who remained among the 3 first admirals after Admiral Akainu was promoted and Aokiji resigned. He also has a very powerful devil fruit called Peka Peka no Mi, which is a Lodger type devil fruit that gives Admiral Kazurou the ability to be light and be fast. We first saw Admiral Kazurou in the Sabaridi archipelago when he defeated and beat the worst generation effortlessly, and he also fought with the right-handman of the King of Pirates, Silver Dark King Rayleigh, where Rayleigh had a hard time stopping Kazurou. Admiral Kazurou also has observation and armament haki, but his strongest weapon among his opponents is his devil fruit power. Kazurou's strongest attack is called Yasukane Sacred Jewel. We saw it in the Marineford War when he used it on Trafalgar's ship, and in the manga he also used it when he and Luffy fought. Number 3, Admiral Akii. Akii is a former Marine admiral who is now a member of the Blackbeard Pirates led by Blackbeard, one of the Yonkos. Admiral Akii has a very powerful devil fruit called Hihi no Mi. He is also the very first admiral introduced in the series. We saw him when he tried to catch Nico Robin. His devil fruit power gives him the ability to turn his enemies and his environment into ice. He was able to fight against Akainu for a week, which proving that he has very strong haki. because if his haki is weak, Akainu will defeat him easily because his devil fruit power is no match for Akainu's devil fruit power. We saw Aokiji use advance observation and advance armament haki in the manga. We last saw Admiral Aokiji when some members of the Blackbeard pirates rushed the Big Mom pirates where he defeated Cracker effortlessly. And also Aokiji covered the entire territory of Big Mom with ice. In the manga he further proved that he is one of the strong characters in One Piece as he and other members of the Blackbeard pirates defeated Vice Admiral Garp, who was called the hero of Marines. If you've reached here, please click the subscribe button or even just like or share. That's a big help to my videos. Number 2, Admiral Akainu. Admiral Akainu became Fleet Admiral after former Fleet Admiral Sengoku resigned and after he defeated Aokiji in a battle that lasted 7 days. Admiral Akainu has a very strong devil fruit power that is his strong weapon against his opponents. His devil fruit is called Magu Magu no Mi, which is a Lodger-type devil fruit that has very strong power. His devil fruit gives him the ability to create magma, which is said to be his strongest weapon against his enemies that can melt a person effortlessly. Akainu is also the most hated character by One Piece fans because of his belief in absolute justice, where he doesn't care if how many thousands of innocent people die, he just wants to get what he believes to be his justice. Akainu also has weak haki because it was still 7 days before he defeated Aokiji that even Akainu had an advantage in elemental power. Akainu's strongest attack is called a meteor volcano, where he will rain large and abundant magma if he attacks his enemies like he did in the Marineford War. Number 1, Prime Fleet Admiral Sengoku. Sengoku is the only admiral confirmed to possess the Conqueror's haki. He also has a powerful devil fruit called Hito no Mi model Daibatsu that gives Sengoku the ability to become a Buddha. And with the help of his devil fruit power he can make very strong shockwaves like he did in the Marineford War. He used of shockwaves the Blackbeard pirates. Sengoku is also one of the strongest characters in One Piece. Even the King of Pirates, Goldie Roger, respects Sengoku's strength. He is also the first admiral to become a fleet admiral. We haven't even seen his true abilities, but his very strong devil fruit power and use of Conqueror's haki is enough to call him the strongest admiral of all the admirals in the One Piece world.